For decades, he fought as a soulless hunter. Simply put, he was a ruthless chimera, a weapon exploited to its fullest. After being abandoned in a gate teeming with monsters, he awoke in human form. Now, as Cheon Dauna, all he craves is peace, a quiet life, a warm cup of tea, and absolutely no involvement with demons. Unfortunately, fate has other plans. First, a stray hellhound digs up his garden. Then, a mocking shadow beast naps on his porch. Old acquaintances keep showing up, some begging for help, others out for his life. Revenge? Survival? Hold on, let him put on some pants first. The relaxed second life of a former killing machine begins in a backyard that's practically a daycare for monsters. It officially starts now. One day, a strange red streak appeared in the clear blue sky. A ravaged landscape emerged from what was known as the demon realm. Ferocious monsters poured out, and those called hunters appeared. These were individuals awakened with mana, possessing unique abilities. Thanks to them, humanity could fight back. As time passed, cities were rebuilt. Though many challenges remained unresolved, at least some could live peacefully. However, to counter the relentless monster attacks, naturally awakened hunters were in short supply. Thus, artificial beings known as chimera hunters were created. The creature's red eyes glared forward, and a massive explosion erupted before it. In a laboratory, experimental materials, corpses of convicts animals, gate minerals, and monster cells were stored in syringes. Amid scattered bodies, a form was being preserved and perfected. Humanity's resilience made mass production of chimera hunters a reality. A perfect collaboration between scientists and hunters, drastically reducing hunter casualties and saving countless lives. Machines hummed and buildings rose. Decades later, in a dark, illegal chimera lab, scientists' voices echoed. Finish this one and we're done. In storage room B18, housing high-grade chimeras, two men entered with flashlights. Number 17's arm is slightly decayed, isn't it? The chubby man nervously stopped his colleague. Hey, don't get too close. But the young man fearless scoffed. Why? Its brain's fried, it can't move without orders. Inside an iron cage, a chimera was tightly bound by chains, likely a failed experiment. The young man added, Look, its right arm's completely ruined, side effects of the experiment, right? Its eyes are wide open, glaring with hatred, but why fear something that can't even see clearly? They left, abandoning it in the cell. Just dispose of it, it'll be destroyed soon anyway. The weakened chimera lay motionless, listening to their words. Later, in another room, a report rang out. Number 17 is useless now. The two patrollers stood before someone. Its body's heavily damaged. If it were any other, it'd be dead already. How long can it last? The chubby man guessed, a month at most. His colleague nodded. Yeah, sounds right. Their boss responded, Is that so? Clasping his hands, he said gravely, Send it to the gate sealing operation. Let it cover the rear when the hunters retreat to avoid danger, but don't order it to return. Understood? Number 17 sat up, blood seeping from its body. The scene shifts to the demon realm, a rugged mountainous area. A chimera stood amid a monster onslaught. A beast with a gaping maw lunged, aiming to swallow the chimera hunter. Its clawed hand twitched, slashing the monster into pieces with a few swings. More creatures rained down like a storm. From the ground, a massive beast with sharp fangs emerged. The chimera hunter stood firm, cracking the earth with minimal effort. Leaping high, it landed on the beast, unleashing a flurry of sharp claws. In an instant, the giant was sliced into equal chunks. From the chimera's mouth, a glowing blue orb formed, blasting forward, obliterating smaller monsters in its path. As the dust settled, only a devastated landscape remained. Hunters behind it marveled. Incredible. One strike took out countless monsters, truly an S-class chimera hunter. A blond young man glanced worriedly at the gate. It's still not closing. It's been 3 days. Another reassured, Don't worry. No matter how many monsters come, everyone hides behind the chimera. With an S-class, we're fine. A hunter gripped his sword, slicing a stray monster in half. Our job's just to clean up the leftovers. Suddenly, the gate emitted a signal. The blonde shouted, The gate signal's gone. The commander ordered, All right, retreat. Everyone out. Meanwhile, the chimera fought fiercely. The hunters fled. A woman hesitated. Wait. What about it? The commander replied coldly, Leave it. Orders from above say not to bring it back. Confused, she protested. What? Wasn't creating it expensive? A monster struck the chimera's arm, drawing blood. The commander muttered, It's nearing its expiration date. The woman sighed, Poor thing. Without it, our losses would have been much worse. A man reassured her, Why worry? Those things are just mindless machines made to follow orders. Amid their words, the chimera was battered but countered, each slash carving through flesh. The man's voice echoed, They're monsters. The radio crackled with orders. Your mission is to cover the hunter's retreat. The chimera hurled chunks of flesh forward. A drooling monster charged. Another energy orb formed, triggering an earth-shaking explosion. The chimera felled the beast but was wounded, its arm nearly severed. Mission complete. No need to return to base. Its arm fell to the ground, securing the hunter's escape. Number 17 collapsed, breathing weakly, covered in monster slime. Back at base, the mission report stated. Chimera Hunter number 17 sacrificed. No hunter casualties. Total monsters eliminated. 1,823. In its final moments, number 17 recalled past memories. It was once a complete human kidnapped at 9. Flashes of its life appeared, but its damaged brain couldn't comprehend them. It gazed silently at its past. 79 years ago, at District 13's orphanage, a man held a child. What's this child's name? 70 years ago, the child had grown. The man scolded. You hit your friends with rocks just for teasing you? How many times has this happened? The orphanage door slammed shut, and the boy was cast out into the cold winter alone. As his end seemed near, 2 human traffickers spotted him. Slums are great for finding kids, huh? He was taken to a lab. New test subject? Illegal doctors discussed. Number 17? We've enchanted it to prevent escape. In the boy's eyes, every face was sinister. Start with number 17. Inject S+ grade cocoon cells. The number 17 was carved into his arm. Now monitor its reaction. Days later, strapped to a chair, syringes pierced him as doctors spoke. No side effects? Special abilities emerged, but it retains human form and personality. His lifeless eyes burned with deep hatred. Unique constitution. Keep implanting until we see results. Days of experiments repeated. 64 years ago, a civilian trembled. Number 17 now wielded terrifying power. Facing mutant bees with sharp teeth, he obliterated them, leaving scars on the earth. A rescued civilian thanked him. A soldier, holding his arm, said, Sorry a kid like you has to endure this. Number 17 replied blankly, It's fine. 50 years ago, number 17 stood on a ravaged battlefield, confused. Why am I here? What did I do? A doctor approached. Number 17, why'd you stop? Memory disruption. Realizing this, the doctor laughed maniacally. Finally, a side effect. Number 17 echoed, Side effect? 54 years ago, a doctor noted. After 15 years and 500 monster cell implants, number 17's body is bound by chains, half-transformed, surpassing S-class metrics. It's our lab's greatest achievement. 20 years ago, a hand offered meat. Done, number 17? Be good. He'd become a true beast, devouring the meat. A woman worried. It can't eat that. A father covered his son's eyes. Don't look, it's gruesome. 3 days ago, number 17 fought fiercely, howling in anguish. All tasks were complete. Now the monster corpses had vanished, leaving only a lone bone in the desert sand. Suddenly it stirred. A brilliant light descended, reconstructing number 17 with 527 monster cell types. Bones formed rapidly, muscles enveloped them, and a blinding light flashed. On the barren land, a naked young man appeared, staring at his body. What? I'm human again. Alone in the wasteland, S-class Chimera Hunter number 17 was reborn. Number 17 couldn't fully grasp the situation. I've regained my humanity? His hand could still transform into something monstrous. Some alien cells continued to function, meaning he wasn't entirely human. Time had passed since the experiments, yet the research team hadn't come to retrieve him. I've been discarded. His gaze fell to his wrist. The identification code had vanished. So, I don't need to hide anymore? The reason for his transformation was likely the power of that fire creature. Rumor had it that if its core wasn't destroyed, it could regenerate 3 times. Still, he was skeptical. Didn't they say human cells couldn't merge with phoenix cells? His body felt restored to its peak, stronger than ever, as the experiment side effects faded, clearing his once clouded mind. Even the magic suppressing his resistance was gone. Recalling his past, if number 17's life had truly ended, could he now live as a human? 17 was just a lab number. His real name surfaced from old memories. His father's scornful voice echoed. You're a monster. No, a twisted personality. At least try helping others. Young and silent, he heard his father's judgment. Exist to save all living beings. His name was revealed, Cheon Daonun. Thinking of it, Daonun chuckled. Damn it, how can a stray cat save anyone? He looked up at the blinding sun. Just exist for now. Revenge, he resolved inwardly. To seek revenge, I need a clear target. Gazing at the sky, he admitted. It's been so long, the flames of hatred have dimmed. I can't just return to human life immediately. His feet didn't move, but he thought, if I keep existing, I'll meet them eventually. For now, move forward. Glancing at his naked body, he paused, then set his first goal. Let's try living as a human. Turning, Daonan walked away, wondering when he last wore clothes. Soon, he reached a lush area. Where do I find clothes? Before him were green trees and a vast river. Stepping forward, he scanned his surroundings. His eyes lit up, spotting something. A massive bird lying dead on the ground. A territorial dispute? It looked powerful but had no visible wounds. Daonan judged it died from poison. Raising his hand, he said, "Perfect, I need materials." His hand morphed into a sharp blade. A knife to skin it? Drawing on lab knowledge, he recalled. First, slice down the belly, then cut through the armpit with surgical scissors. He bent down to work. Purple gas erupted. Clearly toxic, but it didn't affect him. Focused, he continued skinning. Soon, the bird was stripped, and he tried on its hide. Not bad for a first try. Stepping into the water, he exclaimed. I thought it'd be softer. Dipping the hide, he noted, monster skin's tough. An idea struck. Acting on it, he punched the hide repeatedly, wondering, is this how you process it? Probably. After a flurry of blows, the hide became smooth and soft. Done. So soft. Sitting by the carcass, unaware it was twitching, he mused. Good size, right? A spark flared on the beast's head. It opened its eyes, watching Daonan fashion its hide. He punched a hole in it, threading his arm through, and tying a cord around his waist. This good enough? Admiring his makeshift three-hole vest, he felt proud. Fits perfectly. Noticing lingering poison inside, he shrugged, too lazy to clean it. The beast groaned. Daonan turned casually, still alive? It shook its head, and he wondered, why do I feel like I understand it? Imagination. Stroking his chin, he thought. Dissected yet still alive, it must be immortal. Looking at the dying firebird, he reflected, I would have killed it before. Since it posed no threat now, he saw no need to finish it. Smiling, he said, we've met before. This is my second life, so live well. Turning to leave, he added, if fate wills it, we'll meet again. Later, Daonan reached a cave. Scanning it. Clothes sorted, he now needed a home. A cracked rock caught his eye. Suddenly, a giant centipede monster emerged, lunging with its gaping maw. Daonan, unfazed, remarked, bit gloomy here. With a flick of his hand, he dispatched it and moved on. In a snowy area, he stood amid slain snow beasts, muttering, hard to find food here. Rejected. At a place with pungent mushrooms, he grimaced, too strong. Rejected. A slimy dark cave, too dim. Rejected. A lava field, too hot. Rejected. Finally, he stopped at a mountain ridge, admiring the view. Not bad. Unexpectedly beautiful. Without hesitation, he leaped down, landing with a small quake. Spotting his reflection in clear water teeming with spiky fish, he grinned. Looks tasty. Catching and grilling them here would be like a picnic. Envisioning the future, he thought, a house here would mean living in nature. Scanning the lush trees and flowers, he breathed clean air. Standing in the forest, gazing at the sky, he smiled brightly. Perfect. This is my home. Elsewhere, on barren land, dust settled. As a dark power stirred, a deep gate opened, and a small, robotic figure emerged. Shrouded in black aura, its eyes glowing red. Cheon Daonan raised his hand, channeling his mana. First, he needed a clearing for his house. With a swing, his immense power surged toward the forest, slicing through several large trees at their roots. Looking at the fallen trunks, he mused, the foundation's ready. Raising his hand again, golden threads wrapped around the logs, sorting high-quality ones. After a while, Daonan rested his hands on his hips. This much should do. The ground's a bit uneven. With another swing, he uprooted more trees, creating a clear patch. Perfect. The sunlight was intense. Touching a log, he moved it effortlessly, like lifting paper. First, set the corner posts. As he worked, he wondered, is this free will? It feels happy. Perhaps because this was his first true home. He tirelessly laid planks for the floor. From somewhere, he grabbed a liquid, slime from a snail-like monster. Spreading it on a log, he thought, once it dries, it'll harden like stone. Waterproof, maybe? He applied another layer. Later, he stood back, admiring his work. Good. Most monsters will steer clear. Indeed, it looked intimidating. Daonan loved it. So cozy. But something felt off. What's missing? What's a normal house like? Recalling a childhood lesson, he pictured a teacher pointing at a screen. This is a model home before the gates opened. In the lab's educational video, they grew something in the front yard. Rubbing his chin, he thought, maybe a dog? But that won't work here. Touching the ground, he considered, a vegetable garden? What grows in the demon realm? His eyes lit up. Mandragora. There's a snowy mountain nearby. Snow poured down the mountain like a storm. Daonan strolled through it. Mandragora thrives at the peak, where demonic energy is densest. This must be Snow Mountain. The snowy scene reminded him of the day he was kidnapped, covered in snow. Back then, the cold made him oddly glad to be taken. He paused, reflecting. Becoming a chimera had upsides, no freezing or starving. Glancing at the overcast sky, he sensed, judging by the demonic energy, I'm close. Soon, he spotted young sprouts. Lucky find. Mandragora was sensitive to stress, like moonfish. Slight environmental changes could kill them. Examining one, he noted, younger ones adapt better. He gently lifted it. Better cover my ears, they screamed loudly. The mandragora wriggled like a newborn, startling him. What? He pulled up more, each the same. They're all like this? Placing 3 of different sizes together, he wondered. Are they talking unconsciously? Mandragora screams only occurred in human-bred ones, stressed by low demonic energy. Forced uprooting made them scream and die. But here, in the demon realm, they seemed asleep, not resisting. Why no struggle? They should flee by now. A thought hit him. Do they think I'm one of them? I have mandragora cells. Reassured, he tucked them into his belt. Good, no stress. Stroking his chin, he planned. With care, I'll grow some, brew tea, or mix with fruit. He paused, recalling. Forced harvesting turns their fruit toxic. Gotta sweet-talk them. Scanning around, he sensed hunters nearby. Why are they in this perilous snow mountain? Smirking with determination, he decided, I'll check the gate. On the snowy mountain, 2 young men trembled, one with an injured arm. Damn, they used us as bait to escape. Stay sharp, they're back. A horde of snow rabbits charged, their grotesque mouths sparing sharp teeth and drool. One man raised a protective barrier, barely holding. We're done for. The barrier cracked. Closing his eyes, he thought, I should have stuck to errands, not volunteered to hunt a chimera. As the barrier shattered, he screamed, Someone save me. A massive explosion erupted, halting the rabbits. From the dust, a figure emerged. The survivor gasped, What? A person. It was none other than Daunun, standing tall against the rabbits. A rabbit growled fiercely. Recognizing them, he said, Snow rabbits, huh? A wave of killing intent radiated from him, terrifying the rabbits into fleeing. The men stared, stunned. No way, A-rank monsters running? After the rabbits vanished, they thanked him. Thank you for saving us. The injured man scratched his head. I'm Seo Du, this is Kim Tae-hun. May we know your name? Daunun, uninterested, turned but replied, Cheon Daunun. Tae-hun blinked, thinking, Cheon Daunun? Never heard of him. What's with that outfit? A hidden hunter. Daunun asked, Why are you here? You look like D-rank. You know how dangerous Snow Mountain is. Tae-hun explained, for money. There's a high-paying job to capture a chimera. Daunun flinched. A chimera? Tae-hun smiled awkwardly. Rumor is it's an escaped lab experiment, a mechanical creature that fled through a gate. Daunun relaxed, thinking, not me then. I'll grab the gate crystal and head back. Approaching, he asked, Where's your gear? You didn't come to the demon realm empty-handed, did you? Where's the gate crystal? Seo Du, clutching his injured shoulder, said, Our team, no, those bastards, stole everything and ran. It was their plan. Recalling earlier, he added, We should have noticed when they brought a B-rank hunter. Daunun asked casually, So they robbed you? Heading back. Tae-hun replied anxiously, We're nearing our stay limit. You know what demonic energy does. Seo Du, equally scared, added, A hunter's time in the demon realm depends on their awakening level. Without returning to purified demonic energy, most die. Unaffected, Daunun ignored their pleas. Please take us back. My wife's pregnant. Daunun thought, found it. Leaping high, he ignored Tae-hun and Seo Du's frantic calls. Hey, Cheon. Where are you going? Take us with you. Elsewhere on the snowy mountain, the robotic figure's eyes glowed yellow, staring into a spiked chasm below. Dangerous terrain. 4 hunters caught up. The leader shouted, Now. Subdue it. They charged. The robot, scratched and dusty, was in peril. Its eyes shifted from yellow to blood red. Then I'll just eliminate them. Turning, it faced the 4 hunters, each wielding different weapons, surrounding it in attack formation. After some time, Cheon Daunun arrived at the scene. He looked down, confused. Am I late? Only bloodstains and hunter's gear remained. The hunters fled. Scanning the area, he noticed abandoned equipment. Children's footprints and beast tracks. Did they shapeshift during battle? Recalling Tae-hun's words, he remembered. They mentioned an escaped lab experiment, a mechanical creature that broke through a gate. Made of liquid metal, it can change form freely. But the rare material limited it to a small size, like a child or a large dog. Daunun smirked. Not bad, taking on 5 B-rank hunters alone. Back with the others, Kim Tae-hun reassured a panicking Seo Du. Calm down. Placing him under a tree, Tae-hun saw Seo Du trembling. I'm done for. Demonic energy's wrecking my body. Tae-hun snapped. Don't talk nonsense. Your kids due next month, remember? Seo Du gasped. If I don't make it back, tell my wife. Tae-hun shook him. Hold on, Co, do there's still hope, a miracle. Just then Daonan approached. To Taehun, he was a savior, glowing with hope. Cheon's our lifeline. Taehun rushed over, kneeling in the snow. Please, Cheon Daonan, save us. Daonan observed calmly, thinking, right, the gate crystal's gone. Taehun begged, I know the demon realm has no rules. What's lost stays lost. He held out 2 checks. These 2,000,001 checks are our only hope. Just 1 crystal. His hands shook. If we don't return now, we'll die. Daonan glanced at the checks. 2 million? I don't need it now, but it'll be useful in the human world. He opened a gate. Taehun, overwhelmed, said, Thank you. We'll never forget this. Rushing to Co Do, he shouted. Get up, Co Do. We can make it. Daonan studied the checks, muttering. Gate crystals were 200,000 won before, right? Taehun, surprised, replied. That was ages ago. Now they're about 1,000,000 won. Why? Daonan reached toward the dying Co Do. Just seems like a lot. Smiling, he sent a green aura into him. I'll refund the difference this way. Taehun shouted, Cheon. The aura's force made him shield his face. Transferring mana? Even A-rank hunters hesitate to do that. If mana's incompatible, the core shatters, killing both. A thought struck him. This could kill them. But Co Do suddenly sat up, staring at his hands. What? The demonic energy's gone. He hugged Taehun. I'm alive, Taehun. We're saved. Daonan spoke. All right, I'm off. Get back quick. Co Do knelt, bowing repeatedly. Thank you, Cheon Daonan. We'll never forget. Taehun, baffled, thought. He purified demonic energy with mana transfer? That requires immense mana. Who is Cheon Daonan? Later, Daonan returned home, quietly admiring his sanctuary. Good, no intruders. My dear home, this trip was more rewarding than expected. Noticing the mandragora stirring, he said, Awake? The journey was long, you must be tired. Your leaves are drooping. Planting them in a clearing, he noted their wilted expressions. Don't like it here? Upset about being moved? Or lacking nutrients? Channeling mana, he asked. Some mana? You usually love it. Instantly, the 3 perked up, looking like a cute radish family. Much better. Standing, he sensed eyes watching from nearby bushes. The mechanical creature from earlier, likely the hunter's target. What does a living machine want with me? If it wants something, it'll show itself. Inside his house, Daonan neatly stored the checks. Save money for later. Opening the scavenged bags, he inspected. Portable stove, cooking tools, essential for outdoor meals. 8 gate crystals for world travel. Pollen-covered spare clothes, need washing. 2 sleeping bags and blankets for warmth. He grinned. Well prepared. Super useful. Picking up instant noodles, he exclaimed. Instant noodles. Last ate these at the orphanage. Excited, he smiled. Perfect, I'm hungry. Let's cook. Instructions read. 500 milliliters water. At the clear stream, he measured carefully. Bubbles rose. As spiky fish attacked. Daonan flicked his hand. Right, people add stuff to noodles. Knocking out a fish, he thought. Fish could work. Grabbing bird eggs from a nest, he mused. These are like eggs, right? Good enough. Lacking green onions, he picked herbs. These'll do. Returning with his cooking gear, he said, Got everything. The mechanical creature, battered and hungry, watched from afar, stomach growling. He's cooking. Daonan lit the stove, unsure when to add the fish. Dumping in the noodles, he thought. Cook it all together? Mixing might ruin it. The mandragora, planted nearby, reacted to a foul black gas drifting their way. Looking sick, Daonan mused, Do noodles smell like this? The rich aroma spread through the forest. The mechanical creature, drooling, thought, Food smells good. Approaching Daonan, it transformed into a dog. Back in the lab, I noticed it looked pitiful. Humans like dogs, maybe he'll share. Reaching Daonan, it barked weakly. Recognizing it, he thought, It's been following me. Turned into a dog to lower my guard? Faking injury for pity. Its sparkling eyes, drooling mouth, and wagging tail looked young. How did this thing escape the lab and reach the demon realm? Pretending ignorance, Daonan said, Done. Let's eat. Both stared at the toxic-looking noodle pot. No way this is noodles. Inviting the creature, he said, Try it. Surprisingly, they ate heartily. The dog was confused, while Daonan, savoring it, recalled eating noodles with orphanage kids. Careful, it's hot. Back in reality, he thought, this taste at 7 eating noodles, he'd exclaimed, So good. The memory stunned the creature. The mandragora must have real taste. The stench overpowered everything, hitting them hard. Looking at the disguised dog, Daonan said, Done eating? Go. I'm cleaning. As it limped away, he smirked. Wasn't it your left leg earlier? It quickly adjusted. Daonan grinned triumphantly. By the stream near a waterfall, Cheon Daonan sat, ready to wash clothes. Done eating, time to wash these, huh? I'm not fond of pollen, but wearing this beast hide forever isn't great either. He swung a stick gently, wary of damaging the fabric. Gotta be soft. But one swing sent dirt and rocks flying. Staring at the smoking stick, he sighed, damn it. Shrugging, he muttered, no big deal, another chance to try. His eyes sharpened, glancing aside. The mechanical creature had morphed into a rock, its sparkling eyes watching him. Downen thought, a rock this time? Why is this lab experiment lingering? After eating noodles and washing dishes, it turned into a fish. After dinner and cleaning, even while admiring forsythia-like flowers he'd planted, it approached in various forms. When a bee landed on it, the creature reverted to its original shape and fled. Its eyes glowed red, clearly hating bees. Its mental age is under 5. Downen noted, observing its mechanical, stiff speech. Not a threat, just a side effect of forced knowledge implants in chimeras. Noticing his gaze, it turned away shyly. Downen pretended not to see. These forsythias are gorgeous. Finally, he washed a shirt. Laundry's harder than I thought. Examining it, he thought, decent enough. Hanging it between 2 trees, he noted. Bit tight for me. Save it for later. Time to check the mandragora. The rock-disguised creature watched. As Downen walked off, it grabbed his shirt. He wears clothes. Impulsively, it put on the still-wet shirt. Mine now. Excited like a child. It transformed, blonde hair puffed up, tiny fists clenched, into a perfect human girl. Meanwhile, Downen eyed the wilting mandragora. Wiry they still off. Leaves are drooping, roots drying. Digging with a stick, he muttered. Weird, I cleared the weeds. Unearthing insects, he revived the plants. All sorts of junk underground. Gotta till regularly or they'll die. Standing, he mused. I should make a proper garden, same size as the house. The creature, now a girl, appeared with innocent eyes. Downen thought, a girl now? Wants to talk. Playing along, he said, hey kid. She asked, is that your house? He smirked, guess so. Excited, she said, so you're a local? Wondering if he should act scary, he asked. Which tribe are you from? She blinked, flustered. Tribe? From far beyond the waterfall. You can't find it. Downen humored her. Really? The Wash tribe? She nodded eagerly. Yes, from the Wash tribe. He teased. That shirt's mine, though. She protested. In my tribe, finders keepers. It's mine now. Sighing, he said, fine, keep it. Getting serious, he asked. What's a Wash tribe kid doing here? Flustered, she stammered. I was kicked out, so I need your help. Clenching her fists, she pleaded. I want to live here. Please let me stay. Downen echoed. Live here? She frowned sadly. It's safe. No bugs, and there's a house. Sighing, he relented. Fine, but you'll work. Overjoyed, she agreed. Anything. He assigned. First, till the soil for a mandragora house. Can you do it? She grabbed his stick. Trust me, I'm strong. She dug furiously, like a beast. Downen watched, thinking, not hiding anymore. Probably doesn't know how normal kids act, being lab-raised. He asked, what's your name? I'm Cheon Downen. Startled, she recalled lacking a name. Inspired by the flowers, she chirped, Kim Nari. He raised an eyebrow. Forsythia? She corrected, Kim Nari. Soon they finished, Downen built stone rows, Nari tilled. Done fast. The mandragora love it. Should have done this sooner. Noticing Nari's teary face, he asked, why were you crying? She admitted, the mandragora remind me of my friends. Downen froze. Friends? From the lab? A tremor shook Nari. Her eyes widened, as red-black gas swirled through the forest, turning the sky blood-red. Downen calmed her. Don't panic, just monsters hunting each other. Nari collapsed, trembling. Before coming here, I saw a chick-like monster being surrounded. Downen glanced up. Sounds right. She continued, terrified, its injured bitten about to be eaten. He shrugged. That's the demon realm. Looking at her pain, he asked, want to save it? She repeated, save it? Downen thought, still brainwashed, unable to decide freely. Should I help? Kneeling gently, he said. If you help, it might live. Want to check? Nari leaped up, shouting. I'll be back. Elsewhere, monsters attacked. A chick-like creature, motionless and doomed. Nari arrived, kicking them away. No bullying. Tears streamed like a human's. I'll save you. Flashback. In the lab, other beast-like subjects whispered. It ranked first again? Will be high-risk experiments. They tossed her stuffed animal. Ganging up. So we can survive, you need to go. Confused, she cried. I just followed orders. It hurts. Stop. Back in the present, Nari slammed a monster's tail, cracking the ground. She lunged at another. Fist raised. Bullying's wrong. She defeated them, green slime splattering. Meanwhile, Downen fed mana to the mandragora. Tasty. Nari returned, sobbing, holding the small creature. What do I do? It's unconscious. The chick-like creature was dizzy, scratched up. Recognizing it, Downen paused. Wait, why is it familiar? The little girl grew increasingly anxious. It's injured, will it die? As Nari fretted, Chion Downen approached slowly. Let me check. He reached for the chick-like monster, a faint mana aura emanating from it. Placing his hand on its head, he infused it with mana, thinking, luckily, no critical damage. Recalling their first encounter, he noted each monster's demonic aura carried a unique past. Its shrunk colors faded, just as I predicted. Holding the tiny creature in Nari's hands, he recognized it as the immortal monster from before. Rubbing his chin, he wondered, why so small? Is its regeneration different from mine? Nari, still worried, asked, how is it? Will it survive? Downen replied casually, yeah, just malnourished. It shrank from lack of food. I gave it some mana. It'll recover if left alone. Despite his words, Nari remained uneasy, staring at the unconscious creature. Memories flooded back of a stuffed animal resembling it. Holding it up, she pleaded. It'll die like this, soft as mochi. Can I keep it, take care of it, teach it? Can I share my food? Downen chuckled helplessly. It'll grow huge, you know. Unfazed, Nari beamed. I'll limit its food. Downen nodded. Fine, keep it. Let it guard the garden. The creature stirred, confused. Where am I? Seeing Downen, it thought, the guy who skinned me. Nari noticed it waking, but couldn't understand its words. It fell silent. Nari lifted it joyfully. It's awake. It coos like a dove. The creature, horrified, thought, a girl in the demon realm? Nari, delighted, said, you're up. It squawked, let me go. Downen froze, realizing, I understand it? Nari wrapped it in bandages, despite its noisy struggles. Her eyes sparkled like headlights. I've named it. It coos, so call it Goo. Downen approved, nice choice. The creature protested, why name me? I have a name. Before it could finish, Nari doused it with a bucket of water. It keeps squawking, must be thirsty. Turning to Downen, she asked innocently, it's soaked. Now what? The creature wailed. No more water. Downen, sensing her confusion, stopped her. No more water needed. Nari realized, oh, it's hungry. I'll find food. As she left, Downen pondered over logs. More kids around. Should I build a shelf for organization? Transforming his hand into a blade. He cut unevenly. Why is it so rough? I did it like the table. The creature interjected. That's soft wood. Downen nodded. Different wood, different hardness? It replied, obviously. You didn't know. Downen pressed. Which wood's sturdiest? Redwood, of course. The creature paused, startled. Wait, you understand me? Downen focused on finding redwood. The creature's golden aura flared, wary. It used telepathy, yellow eyes glowing. But Downen's power shattered it. He said coolly, no redwood here. Different place. The creature panicked. He blocked my telepathy? Sweating, it stammered, you hear my thoughts? Downen crossed his arms. Not here, your voice echoes in my head. Isn't it weirder that a monster speaks human? Caught off guard, it looked away. Downen thought, a rare intelligent monster. First time meeting one. He asked, we've met before, right? The creature confirmed. I wanted to see you again. Surprised, Downen echoed, see me? It confessed, you saved me. I want to repay you once. Downen realized, I removed its poisoned hide, preserving its immortal core. Grinning, he said, great, help me now. Now! The creature smirked, standing tall. Fine, follow me to the tree. Elsewhere, smoke and fire engulfed the area. Nari fled, screaming, I hate labs. Pale with fear, she cried, too hot. An explosion scattered debris, knocking her down. Gasping, she trembled. The lab's here for me. I'm scared of fire. A hunter appeared, checking a tracker. That's the mechanical creature, shapeshifter. With long hair and a grim face, he muttered. Attacking kids isn't great, but my life's on this mission. His fire-infused hand struck at Nari. Her pupils shrank, tears streaming. Finish it. Downen arrived with Goo on his shoulder. Wanted to finish the shelf and eat. Goo's eyes glowed yellow, communicating telepathically. Show you the tree after we save her. Downen's eyes flashed, understanding. Seeing Nari curled up, trembling, he noted, she's terrified of fire. They planned. Put out the fire first. Downen sneered. Bullying kids? Trash. The long-haired hunter, furious, shouted. Who are you? Some pioneer? Which group? After the mechanical creature too? I'm out of time, get lost. Downen stood firm, unfazed. Too chatty. Enraged, the hunter unleashed a fiery blast. Downen calmly raised a finger. A blue beam targeting the mountain above. It shattered, rocks crashing down. The hunter froze, terrified as boulders buried him. Downen, Nari, and Goo stood aside. All good. Nari wiped tears. You stopped the fire. Downen approached the hunter's body, grabbing his hair. Kim Nari, punch what scares you. Yanking, he accidentally pulled off a wig. Stunned, he held the fake hair. A wig. The bald hunter, unconscious, still clung to vanity. My hair. Downen stared, incredulous, at the gleaming bald head.